If you like quick and easy Dollar Tree hacks, this is the episode for you. Let's get started.
For this Dollar Tree DIY, I am going to take this wagon wheel wreath form that you can get at the Dollar Tree. I'm going to take this Rust-Oleum Satin Cinnamon Color Spray Paint, and I'm going to spray it one time. It's a pretty heavy coat, but it's not perfect. I did want to have a little bit of a distress. So now I'm going to take some of this leftover foam from another project, cut off a piece from it, hot glue it in the center, and I'm also going to zip tie it for a bit more secure hold because this is where we're going to hot glue all the decor on the wreath. Hey, darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? This maple leaf wood blank is also from Dollar Tree, and it came looking like this. I don't know what happened to it. It was just falling apart, but I thought about throwing it away, and then I said, no, let's do something with it. I removed the stem from the bottom, and now I'm just going to place some Mod Podge. I'm going to start with the first half, so one half first. Then we're going to cover it with some fabric from Dollar Tree. These little fabric bundles are so versatile. I love them. I have done so many crafts with them this season. If you see them at Dollar Tree, grab them. I absolutely love working with them. So now that I have the first one covered, I'm going to do the second half covered. I'm just going to place it all around the leaf. And then we're going to flip it over and cut off the excess fabric using my scissors as well as my X-Acto knife. Friends, I would love to connect with you on Instagram and Facebook. I have both links down in the description box. When you go there, check it out and also say hi to me once you are there. All right, so now it's time to attach everything. I'm just going to hot glue the leaf. It is very lightweight, so hot glue was plenty sufficient. I'm going to place it right in the center, and then I'm going to take some boxwood that I already have here. I get these sometimes at Dollar Tree, sometimes at Walmart, and sometimes on Amazon, and this one is from Amazon. I'm just going to cut off the branches off of them, and then we're going to hot glue and stick them right onto the foam behind the leaf. I found that it was a lot easier to do it by flipping over the wreath form and doing it that way than doing it trying to figure out where the foam was. So I'm going to do that with all the boxwood, and then I'm going to take some of these leaf also from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to do the same thing and place them all around just to add a little bit more festive fall look to it. Then I'm going to take this galvanized welcome from Dollar Tree. They come in a little pack of 3, and I'm just going to hot glue it right to the center of the leaf. And I think it turned out so beautiful. I love this wreath. I think it's so fresh, so different, and it will look great in any front door or any decor inside your home. Pack our bags and get in that car. Leave a little note. For the next Dollar Tree DIY, I am going to take this leftover Easter carrot wire wreath form. Wow, that's a long title. And I'm going to cut off the bottom portion of it. And we're just going to keep the triangle looking like thing. I'm going to put some hot glue all around the edge. This is just going to dry. And yes, that's me using my hand fan to quickly dry and harden the glue. This is going to allow the fabric to really stick and have something to grab onto to the side of the wreath form. All right, so now we're going to start with this leftover fabric, again from Dollar Tree. We're going to wrap the bottom 1/3 of the wreath. I thought at first I would just hot glue and that would be sufficient, but actually not. Just became too hard. So I just went on to zip ties, which is always a great thing to do. I'm going to poke a hole and then I'm just going to thread it through and zip tie it, making sure that it doesn't go through to the front of the wreath form. And now I'm going to take some yellow leftover fabric from another project and do the same thing, except we are going to wrap the middle portion. And you've probably guessed it, we are making a candy corn. I thought this was super cute. I had these leftover fabric from Dollar Tree, and I had this carrot wreath form that I didn't do anything with. So I thought, why not turn it into a fall decor? Gonna do the same thing. I did hot glue a little bit of the front so that both fabrics really attach to each other. And I'm just gonna secure it with the zip ties. And then, of course, we want to have a white one. Now, the white fabric that I had left over was not pure white. It did have a little bit of design, but it worked out really well. It was actually like a very light beige, but again, it worked out really well. I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to hot glue a little bit so that both fabrics kind of come together and join very tightly, and then secure it in the back, cutting off any excess fabric and then securing it with zip ties. I do want to tell you that the key to this is making sure that you really pull that fabric so that it looks nice and stretched and not just too loose in the front. So once you have it stretched, then you want to tighten that zip tie. So now that we have the candy corn nicely done, I'm just going to add a little bit of greenery and leafy, just a little bit more decor. I'm going to place a couple things here on the bottom left corner, poke another hole, thread a zip tie. We're going to tie everything together. And then once I have it tightened, I'm going to cut off the excess and hot glue a little sunflower that I had left over from another pick. And this is going to cover that zip tie right there in the center. And we're done. I think this one is so unique. I love it. I'm not much into the candy corn decor, but I'm so loving this one. You're going to have to let me know what you think of this one down in the comments.
If you enjoy DIY home decor, this is the channel for you. I post every single week, so make sure that you are subscribed and that you hit that notification bell so you do not miss any of the content.
For the next Dollar Tree DIY, I'm going to take this Give Thanks sign from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to remove the jute string. We're not going to use it, but I will keep it for other DIYs in the future. Now I'm going to sand down just a little bit on the top. This is going to roughen up the edges as well as the surface of the sign so that the paint has something to adhere to, and I am going to wipe it really, really well, make sure there's no dust. The paint that I'm using is Waverly chalk paint in the white, and I'm going to give it 2 full coats. And while that dries, I am going to go outside and take this tin bucket. It's from Dollar Tree. I'm sure you've seen them. It was left over from another project. I removed the handle from it, and now I'm just going to spray paint it twice with that same Rust-Oleum satin paint, and it is in the cinnamon color. And while that dries, I'm going to move back inside now and roughen up a little bit of the edges. I do want this one to have a little bit of a distressed look, so I'm just going to focus on the edges once again and wipe it down really well. These window clings at Dollar Tree are a must grab when you are at Dollar Tree. I love using them from custom DIYs because if you don't have a cutting machine, this is a great way to create your own signs. I'm going to once again just Mod Podge the first half of it, make sure all the bubbles are gone, and then lift up the bottom and Mod Podge the bottom. I flipped it over and I cut off the excess on both sides using my X-Acto knife. Then we're going to flip it back to the front, and we're just going to use this little wired garland from Dollar Tree. You can find these in different styles and colors. I'm just going to wrap it all around until it is all covered, just to add a little bit more texture and color to the sign. Here's the bucket. It's a little bit tacky still, but I think it'll work. I'm going to flatten out the back of it just a little bit so it sits a little bit better on the sign. And then we're going to drill a hole both on the bucket as well as the sign, and we're going to do 2 of them. That way we can zip tie it together. I cut off the excess tie, and now we're just going to add some greenery, some flowers, some pumpkins. You can add only flowers if you want, or you can add only pumpkins. I think either way it will look really cute, and that's it for this one. Oh my goodness, this one is such a surprise for me. I didn't think it would be my favorite, but it's actually a close second. I really love the way it turned out. Let me know what you think of this one.
If you are enjoying this video so far, make sure you take a second and give me a thumbs up. A thumbs up really helps my channel grow, and it helps this video reach more people.
For the next DIY, I am going to take these 3 wood slices. I got these on Amazon, and I love using these, whether it's from ornaments for Christmas or whether it's for any other decor. I have made coasters with these. I just love them. I'm going to take 3 of them and very carefully drill a hole on the top of each. Then I'm going to take this miter shears and I'm going to cut off this piece of wood into 3 pieces and then drill a hole very, very carefully. And then we are going to join them together to make little pumpkins. Then I'm going to add some hot glue, this little thin dowel right into it, cut off most of it, leaving maybe 1/4 of an inch, maybe less. And then we're going to do that on all 3. Then we're going to add glue inside the holes inside these stems, and then we're going to attach them together. Friends, I want to remind you to please check out my Amazon store, which is always linked down below in the description box. You can find it there every single week. I put all my favorite items there, and if you follow me there, anytime I add new items, you'll be notified. All right, so now it's time to add some color. I'm going to paint one of them in yellow because, of course, it's fall and I love this yellow tone. Then another one's going to go green and another one more of a blue tone. I recently did some large wood slices, you know, the large ones, and I turned them into pumpkins very similar to these, but they were super large. And I thought it would be really cute to make 3 smaller ones for a smaller space. So again, we're just going to do 1 coat and that's it. I'm going to add some leaves. So I'm going to take these leaves and I'm just going to cut off 1 leaf into 3 separate leaves. And we're going to hot glue it to each pumpkin just to add a little bit more decor and texture. I'm going to hot glue the first one here just on the left side. I'm sorry, on the right side. The other one's going to go on the left side and then the last one's going to go on the right side as well.
I don't need nobody else. I got you and you got me too.
I am not going to just kind of place them where I want them because I do want to join these together. So I'm going to put them where the blue one and the green one are underneath the yellow one. I'm going to add some wood glue as well as hot glue to secure them in place. And that way I have a quick setting glue as well as a permanent one. I am then going to take some of these wooden blocks from Dollar Tree and I'm just going to add them with hot glue to the back of the ones in the back. That way it'll give me a little bit more space so that they can actually stand. I love the way these turned out. I think it would be even so adorable to have even more colors and even more pumpkins attached to each other. Let me know what you think of this project. I loved it.
We can leave and run away someday.
Friends, as always, I would love to know which one is your favorite. I would have to say the candy corn is my favorite because I have never done anything with candy corn before, but I really, really love the one with the sign. This one, I just love the way it turned out, but let me know which one is your favorite. If you are visiting for the first time, welcome. I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope you consider joining our YouTube family. And if you are returning, welcome back. As always, I'm going to have a playlist as well as another video here with tons more of inspiration for you. Check them out. I'll see you later and have a blessed day. Bye.